Hello, hopefully you all have your class notes out and ready. We're just going to go ahead and jump in and get started. So a couple notes I'd like you to take down for this. First of all, this is specifically for 11.1 and it's going to cover most of 11.2. We will be going through a couple extra examples with 11.2 in just a bit. Now for the homework, you're expected to do all of 11.1 except you're allowed to skip number 1 through 9 on that one. 11.2 you are expected to do all of them, and both sections will be due by Monday. So we're going to jump into the terminology for this first video. First, we're going to review what parallel lines are. So all parallel lines are coplanar. Coplanar lines that do not intersect. So for these notes, what's going to be very helpful is having some kind of straight edge, and then multiple highlighters or colors are also going to be helpful as well, but that's more of a personal choice. So again, going off of an example, we've talked about parallel lines quite a bit. A couple other things I want to point out. First of all, you can see that lines are going to be labeled. If they're parallel, a symbol that you should get used to seeing are arrows drawn on those lines to show that those specific lines will be parallel to each other. Another part of the symbol that you'll be able to see is L is parallel, so showing two lines side by side, to M. That's a shorter notation of showing it. So L is parallel to M. You can also go back, review some of these definitions in your book on page 653. Now when referring to skew lines, these are non-coplanar. They're also not parallel and do not intersect. Again, you can go back, review the definition on page 653. So then for parallel planes, it means the same thing as parallel lines, except they are planes that do not intersect. So think about things like a cube. If it's the top and bottom of a cube, then that would be an example of something where two planes would not intersect. So for instance, if I draw my cube right here, you'll notice that top part of our cube and the bottom are going to be parallel to each other. Okay, that's the first part of our terminology. In the next video, we'll be discussing parts 4 through 7 on our terms that we're really going to be getting into for this section.